and welcome back to my channel. So I've been gone for a while and I just wanted to make a quick video updating you guys on where I've been and kind of my ideas for where the channel may be going in the future. So grab a cup of tea or some coffee and let's chat. So the last time I posted a video was a few years ago, and at that time I was just about to start my senior year of college. And while I knew I liked making YouTube videos, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my channel. I didn't really have a direction. At the time, I kind of wanted to do sort of comedy-esque stuff, but I didn't really feel like that was super authentic to me as a person, and I didn't necessarily have any real ideas to move the channel forward. I had a few video concepts, but not a lot that I was really excited about, and when senior year kicked in, I was applying to grad school and time just kind of got swept away from me. So after I finished undergrad, I ended up going off to a PhD program in the biomedical sciences, and pretty much as soon as I got there, I sort of felt like something wasn't meshing well with me. I didn't really feel like I was doing what I wanted to be doing. I still love science to this day. But I think I had pictured being the person doing the science as looking a little bit differently. I found that the longer I was in the program, the longer that I, was working in the lab and was going in and doing experiments every day, the more I realized that that really wasn't the kind of life that I saw for myself, and that it really didn't mesh well with what I wanted and with what I was good at and what I was excited about. I ended up finally making the decision about a year after I got my master's degree to actually leave the PhD program, and that was a whole year of, really seriously considering where I saw myself moving in the future as far as career went, and kind of growing and understanding myself and trying to see if I could do some problem solving to fix some of the existing issues that were causing me to be a little bit less than happy in grad school. After doing that, I felt kind of lost, and this was at the beginning of the year last year in 2019, and I didn't really feel like I knew what direction I was headed in. In the process of considering leaving grad school, I really took some time to think about what I actually liked doing, what was fun and enjoyable for me, and what I felt fulfilled doing. And I found that for me, the stuff that I found the most enjoyable, that was really speaking to what I wanted moving forward, was the writing and the editing and presenting and talking to people. And I felt like the benchwork stuff was really impersonal, and I felt really isolated and separated out from other people, and I could have stuck through with it, and that's a choice that a lot of people in my position do end up making. But I realized that I would get a lot more out of going out into the real world and starting that process of trying to figure out who I wanted to be from a career perspective, where I wanted my life to go in that aspect. And that I could get a lot more out of doing something like that full-time and testing it out and actually getting the experience of it, as opposed to staying in grad school and continuing to be able to occasionally write and edit and present in front of people and talk in front of people and all of that kind of thing. But that would only be less than 10% of my job, even assuming that I took on as many of these opportunities as I possibly could. And so I wanted to shift and, plan to do something that would let me do that closer to 100% of the time. So it ended up being the right decision for me. It's not going to be the right decision for everyone, but I really wasn't happy there, and I think that I've grown a lot as a person in trying to make that really tough decision, and in kind of dealing with some of the mental difficulties that came from leaving this program that I had worked for a really long time to get into, and that I had always, my dad was a scientist, and so when I was growing up, there was kind of always a piece of me that thought that eventually I was going to be a scientist too, and sort of separating myself out from that future that I had planned for myself was really difficult, and it took a lot from a mental health perspective. So speaking of that, I'm hoping to potentially shift the focus of this channel to talk more about mental health stuff, and in particular, I think something that really speaks to me is this idea of personal development and the world of kind of productivity and getting things done and all of that, and sort of the fact that, a lot of what I see coming from that world, from this personal development, personal growth world, isn't always taking people's mental and physical health into mind when suggesting strategies. And I'm hoping to make the focus of this channel to look at personal development and personal growth and achieving your goals through a lens that is mentally healthy, emotionally healthy, physically healthy, and involves an awareness of potential mental health difficulties and physical difficulties. I've been diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and I have a chronic health condition that flares up occasionally, and so, with all of these things in mind, that doesn't mean that I'm not a highly ambitious person who wants to achieve a lot in her life. But with all that in mind, I need to be more conscious when I'm trying to go towards my goals of how I address those goals and how I pursue that future that I want. And there's a lot of stuff that I see out in the personal development world that is not inclusive for people with mental illness or for people with physical disabilities, with chronic illnesses. And so, I just want to kind of open up a space to potentially try to do a little bit more to that end, and test out things for you and really figure out what would work if you do struggle with your mental health or have, physical disabilities, physical chronic conditions, anything like that. So even if you don't have any of those things, I hope that some of the tips, tricks, the strategies that I will end up using and testing on this channel, I hope that some of those will still be helpful for you and may still be things that you can use in your own life. But I particularly want to create a space that's inclusive for differently abled people and those who may be struggling with different types of illnesses as well. So, with that said, welcome back to the channel, and that goes for me too. I'm kind of saying that to myself in the camera there, but I look forward to talking with you guys more in the future, and I can't wait to see you soon. If the future direction of this channel sounds like it would be interesting for you, please hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye.